Hello and welcome back to Pac-Man World Re-Pac with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So, it is now time to take on the big boss man himself, Toc Man. And, indeed, like before, this is not voiced. This is totally, how dare I say, Banjo-Kazooied, to put it the best way. So, Toc Man, he is going to be a tough customer because of how we fight him, and it's a lot different than in the original game. Firstly, he has a scatter shot, which you can actually butt bounce over. He will also charge at you using his thing, something that he did not do originally. Now, once he's out of proverbial gas, you can actually rev roll him. In fact, you can rev roll him anytime you want. But you can even rev roll, you can even butt bounce him after he's shot. The only time you can't butt bounce him is when he is moving with his jetpack and everything, but after a while he will stop, giving you a free shot at him. Now, this fight in the remake is done in multiple stages. I do mean in multiple stages because Toc Man has been upgraded in both senses of the word. If you are close to death, however, your Pac family will toss you various health units which will help you. And you want to not be on very low health. You want to at least let this fight drag out for as long as possible before your all of your family pretty much how do I put this? Run out of health, because there's only so many times you get fully healed by them. So yeah. So this fight can be tough if it's your first time doing it. Seriously, it was for me and everything. But as I said, not completely too hard, even for a final boss. So yeah. The other thing of note, he is surrounded by the various skeletons from the various did I say graveyard level? Yeah, I'll go with that. They breathe fire. Hopefully their fire doesn't extend too far, so long as they're further away from Toc Man. His charge attack also turns them into pellets, seriously. Which is, I find hilarious, seriously. Apparently Toc Man doesn't mind a bit of friendly fire, it seems. Even on the undead. Oh, never mind that. Seriously. Does Toc Man have... I know, having seen some footage of the original game, Toc Man did actually have his own butt bounce. He does not here, so, yeah. I like the fact that each of Pac-Man's family get their own viewing box, like they're watching at the theater or something. Yeah. This is more like a... Oh, to be honest, this one's more like a thing there. What I am trying to do is get on the Toc Man's back there, seriously. I did put it on easy mode in the end. Largely because I do not like continually losing health to this guy, as I mentioned earlier. Also, rev rolling does work, I've said that. After that phase, what Toc Man will do is start devouring a metal dot and turning it into his metal self, making him very much impervious to your blows. So yeah, he will now do his super butt bounce, knocking out not only you but the various enemies as well. I don't know if it has the same effect as, say, something like Bowser's ground pound from Super Mario 64, but we'll see! And in another move, he will also put out a bunch of missiles, seriously. And eventually there is also another, say, metal dot there for you to get, and then you can actually damage Toc Man by doing so. It only lasts so long, however. Yes, and this time he's using his metal to actually hurt you really badly. So yeah, thankfully after the first phase I did manage to hold on to my health for as long as possible against Toc Man. Not easy, but it can be done. When he does his charge move now, he leaves like an afterburn sort of effect. So yeah, very annoying, but it doesn't last very long. Like some other bosses I know. I'm not going to say any more than that. Again, you can bounce over his ground pound, but it requires timing, and I've said as much how much I dislike how I have bad timing, etc., etc. Thankfully, Pac-Man's jump is high enough anyway. Don't know why I'm doing so badly. But never mind. Now, usually the metal dot usually comes out on the right, but not always. Towards one side of where the missiles are coming from, basically. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so where is he? Right, so rev roll into him and let's get 2 hits in him. Yeah, like the Crumb Keeper, you can actually rev roll into Toc Man more than once, which I do like. Yeah, sadly we cannot taunt him out of his super charge move there, seriously. And I cannot dodge it very well either. Seriously, he does. Toc Man is much faster here. And I've said as much about the ground pound. Something that he did do in his regular form in the original game. But never mind that, I will get killed and whatnot. And what else? What else? Well, that's pretty much Metal Toc Man, really. He doesn't change his thing as the fight goes on. And I don't think he goes faster either, so don't know what else to do other than to go straight for the jugular there. Once he comes down, of course, because reasons. So charge. Can I get a second one in? No, I can't. But he apparently is really getting pissed off now, is Toc Man. So he is going to go for the missiles again. Okay, so the metal dot came out on the right there. Fair enough. The metal dot also gives you invincibility against the bombs. So yeah. 3 hits, baby! Yeah! And now what Toc Man will do, instead, he will actually eat 2 power pellets and actually, believe it or not, eat himself and grow absolutely huge. Yep. And here we have something that I have not seen since Donkey Kong 64. We actually have to go for his feet. Thankfully not take out his toes. So yeah, the easiest way is to rev roll. Even when he's ground pounding with his giant feet. But yeah, at least we're not attacking his toes like in Donkey Kong 64. If that were the case, I think I would regret it most egregiously. He also has a giant rev roll, which he rolls around the arena like crazy, seriously. Don Fan asked for its attack back, seriously. Unlike with the Pokemon games, it doesn't increase as the fight goes on, for better or worse. Okay, I only have so many hits left with Pac-Man against Toc Man, so yeah, let's see how I do. And yeah, that can happen. The rev roll can be completely off. That has happened a lot there. I meant to go straight for the feet, but apparently I am not doing well at all. Seriously, let's go back to a better run on this boss there. With this in play, what we have to do is pretty much rev roll the feet. As I said, positioning Pac-Man not easy at all. And no, boat bouncing will not work. Only rev rolling, of course. Well, them's the breaks with this boss, I'm afraid. And I do find it hilarious that I managed to get the health back from, dare I say, when he was doing his giant rev roll. Seriously. 354 for my smell the blood of a Pac-Man or something. Okay, so once you take out one of his feet, Toc Man will fall on his back, meaning you have to pretty much do what you did with the Death Egg robot in Sonic Generations and go beside and pretty much hit him on the head. It was a bit easier than in Sonic Generations with classic Sonic. Just how buggy that boss fight was. And it doesn't matter if you only take out one of his legs. So long as you do take out one of his legs, you will fall over. You'll always do that. It's not like with some other bosses. Seriously. So, yeah, and why did I die? Second hit, and then we get to what was he going to do now? Is he going to do the same thing again? Probably. I actually got an early hit in there on his legs. I don't care anymore about taking any more damage. Seriously, as I say, the Pac family can easily heal up Pac-Man easily to full health. I think it's up to 7 times. And when you think Toc Man is done, oh no! He is not done. He will try and take a swipe at Pac-Man, throwing him across the arena, and eventually a power pellet falls down. And just when Toc Man's about to pretty much knock Pac-Man's lights out, Pac-Man swallows the thing and goes into a giant button mash and pretty much eats him for dinner. Seriously. Yeah. In the original game, Pac-Man just eats the ghost that was in Toc Man. Seriously. Which is in character, but it's kind of gruesome. And he also does that if you don't save any of Pac-Man's family either. So, yeah. But that ending there was actually brand new for Re-Pac. So, yeah. And we are actually treated to amaze something that was not in the original Pac-Man world on the PS1. Oh no. Sadly there are no ghosts here, but never mind. All set to this rather poppy sounding tune called We Are Pac-Man, seriously. And yes, it has been dubbed into various different languages, not just English. Seriously. For a game that does not have much in the way of voice acting, it does have a vocal song, it seems, which is really weird, but there you go. But what do I think? A pretty decent remake, actually. I put this up there with Insane Trilogy as probably one of my favorite remakes for a modern and also a Spyro Reignited Trilogy, of course, as one of my favorite remakes from the PlayStation era. Now, how about getting a remake of the Tomb Raider series other than Anniversary? Anyway, that being said, yeah. Pac-Man's controls are a lot better. The giant Pac-Man may well be over the top, but I still like it. The only downside is the lack of voice acting, but that's just a minor nitpick. After all, I got through Banjo-Kazooie with that sort of various and whatnot from Banjo, so I can certainly do it with Pac-Man World Re-Pac. So, what I am going to do in regards to Pac-Man World now that I've completed the main game is actually have a look at the original PS1 release, of course. I did say I would anyway. So yeah, and that will include the original fights with Toc Man as well, as the bosses onwards from the thing, because I did say I only went up to King Galaxian before giving up on the original game. So that being said, I will see you then. Goodbye!